Hello folks, and welcome back to our final episode of Let's Play Suikoden. It's Zell58, and last we left off, we went through the entire castle of the Emperor, and we got to the final save point. Now basically, your save at that point determines how your transfer happens in Suikoden 2, so, you know, the rare armors that you equipped onto your characters, things like that. I mean, not a whole lot gets transferred, to be honest with you. But if you revived all 108 characters, then you're able to have Gremio and Tyr in Suikoden 2. So really, I mean, that's the important part, is having every character recruited. So, but, you know, as we move on, we run into Barbarossa, you know, hanging out in his garden. And it's the last, you know, last area of the Empire. And Barbarossa, you know, being a prideful man, he's not going to give up. He's going to protect his empire with his own hands, as he says right there. So he pulls out his Dragon King sword that he let your father borrow and win with. And Barbarossa is going to transform into a three-headed golden dragon hydra thingy. Unlike most hydras, if we cut off a head, there won't be two that grow back. So, the trick to this is you need to attack the left head first. And then it doesn't matter if you go to the middle or to the right, but yeah. Now, each dragon has different elemental defenses. So unfortunately, my fire and lightning rune, the last two will block one or the other. So, there's that. But the dragons can't block the Soul Eater because it's not elemental based. So that's why I think maybe, you know, bringing what's his name? I want to say Oppenheimer, Milich, wasn't the greatest idea. In retrospect, he's great at magic, maybe good for like the Necklord fight, but not for this. But Krickus I do like. You just need somebody that will heal, preferably somebody in the back row. So, yeah, take that for what it is. Just somebody that can heal the party. Because I threw in two sacrificial Buddhas in case the whole party dies. He can come back to life and revive everyone. But, you know, this fight really isn't that hard. It's not all that difficult if you know the order to go. If you know to take out the left Hydra first, then this battle's a cakewalk. Because if you don't kill the left one, it can revive the other ones, which makes it, you know, kind of difficult. I just realized that I didn't even mention that. But yeah, Krickus has enough spells to get us through this. Maybe past Migra or Fusubu would have been a better shot for a frontal attack. Or like I said, somebody that could be in a unite with one of our characters. But not Kai. I mean, Kai, you know, you could do the 3 multiple attack, but, you know, Tyr is more important with the single attacks. And there we go. First head down. The rest should be easy. Yeah, you just keep everyone's health up. It's pretty simple. Everyone keeps around 600 health, so not too difficult. And yeah, I mean, the only reason I would use Milich is for that Guardian of the Earth. Everything else is kind of like, not that great. But I'm going to find out which one was strong against lightning, which one was strong against fire. So that's why I'm using the low-level lightning and fire spells. Of course, I guess it doesn't really matter, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Oh boy. Alright. Bam. Okay, so the left one's weak against fire, the right one's weak against lightning. Simple enough. I think we can do that. Yeah. But even then, they're pretty strong against those elemental abilities. It's funny because this last fight's so easy. I think the programmers, they realized that when making number 2, because I honestly feel like the boss in the second one is is easily the hardest one. It's like a two-headed wolf with a rune, and its leg attacks, and it can do combination attacks, 5 different attacks in one turn, and they can all be like multiple attacks, so it can really mess you up. But that's neither here nor there. Come on, let's do some damage, baby. Yeah, that's. I mean, a critical would have been better, a critical attack, but you know, that's fine. Thunder God on your face. There we go. I liked how that worked. Finally, Victor's getting some good hits in. Can't really be dodged by this dragon, so that's a plus. Maybe the double beat rune would have been good with what was it, his name? Ikai, the guy that wouldn't join us until we leveled up enough. He's basically a pawn clone, but he has the double beat rune, which is nice because it allows him to attack twice. Only downside to that is he's not that powerful. But hey, like I said, I'll break down the characters. You can decide if you're not this far yet or whatnot. But really, all that matters is that you have somebody that can heal if need be. You have that, it really doesn't matter who you bring. Heal us up! Well, raise our defense. Jeez. Yeah, only one person's injured, so I'll probably just use a mega medicine. Mega medicine. Please die already. Dang, man. Yeah, these guys take a licking. But once again, they're not that hard. As you see, I'm not having too much difficulty with these guys. But that's mainly because, you know, I've done this more than once. I know what to expect. Oh my goodness. Why won't you die? Yeah, okay, that works. And yeah. Not gonna get risky here. Okay, cool. So now we're down to the last Hydra. It's pretty easy. Dang. That was a pretty good combo right there. Well, not really a combo, but, you know, back to back, just damaging. Just pain. It's just pain right there. Okay. Yeah, let's try that out, see how that works. Let's see if the combination works on these guys. I don't think so, I think this negates it. But this is the combo of the ultimate lightning, ultimate fire attack. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he's neutral to 1. But then that just means it should do half damage. Oh well. Pretty cool looking, right? I mean, right? Yeah, let's see how Earthquake works. Dang, this guy ain't nothing. Once again, I think it'd be cool if, you know, there were more one-on-one fights. So this feels more like, you know, this is it. But that's fine. It makes sense. Kinda. I think. Alright. Take him out. Oh yeah. Yeah, that did a decent amount of damage, actually. Not enough to piss him off to go after him. And I think, yeah, I think this will do it. If not, probably the next round. Yeah, even his multi-attack isn't really doing that much damage. It's only doing about 300. Of course, I do have some of the best gear in the game, you know, that I could buy. But That's another thing I like about Milich. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. He can equip shields, which really helps with his defense. Ah, and there we go. See, simple enough. He was nothing. That's what we were worried about this whole time. And we're going to be fully healed. I don't even know why they allow us to do that. We're not going to get any experience out of this fight, or any money, so... yeah, it's fine. Whoa! And now the 4 generals show up. Milich isn't going to show up because he's in my party, but all the generals that are still alive will show up to try to like be like, hey, man, what's up? I wonder what happens if we let Kazim die. See, I've thought about like doing that in Let's Plays, like why don't I show like every possibility, but that would just be so lengthy and so tedious. I don't know. I'd imagine just somebody else would say something. Unless you kill all the generals. I always thought playing through this game would be fun without recruiting any additional characters. So the only characters you get are the storyline. Thought that'd be interesting. Anyways, Wendy shows up and Wendy's all like, haha, yeah, give me the Soul Eater. But the Soul Eaters are like, bitch. Who told you could have me? And then the 4 souls, which I don't know why Grammy's there, but okay, I'll allow that to happen. They form a diamond of love. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've just gone crazy, temporarily, of course. All right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, well, we reject you because you suck. Well, it doesn't work like that. It's sad, even the most cursed rune rejects her. How could it be? Yeah. Lady, you crazy. No, you won't. Yeah. The rune on his Dragon King sword, the Sovereign Rune, is protected from any form of magic. Well, that's convenient. Why wasn't it working when I was kicking your ass? But, okay. So the Emperor was the only one in the Empire that wasn't controlled by the Black Rune. He loved Wendy so much that he allowed his entire government, or empire, become corrupt. Just, that's sad. The length that he went for love. Like I said, his story seems pretty interesting. I think it'd be cool if one of the future Suikodens revisited that story and made him the main character. It just seems like, that would be a story worthy of an RPG. But obviously they haven't made it yet. But I mean, they keep referencing characters that you thought were obscure, and then they become interesting. Like what George Prime from Suikoden 2 is like one of the major characters in Suikoden 5, yet he's kind of a minor character in Suikoden 2. He doesn't really have a storyline. He's just one of the random characters you recruit. Yet he plays such a pivotal role in Suikoden 5. Who would have known? Alright. So now the Empire is finished. But for some reason, this whole palace is falling apart. Please escape. The place won't hold much longer. Or the palace, sorry. Okay, you're following after us? Yeah. The Emperor thing. Alright, so now we basically just get out of here. We have our entire party. I guess it's good that we healed up. I don't know. I don't think you can get into any random encounters at this point. And so that'd be stupid. That really sucked to beat the Emperor. Like, be on, like, your like, have one character left with, like, no health, and then, like, you get killed by some random encounter at the end. Ah, I guess he can. What do you know? But we can just let him go, and that's what we're gonna do, because we're done. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Tough guy, huh? Okay. You're useless? I wouldn't say that. Alright, well, let Victor have his fun. Yeah, let him do what he wants. So heroic. If you feel like dying today, step forward. I'll fight you till my heart stops. Oh, Victor. What a tough guy. Keep it going. Whoa! Good catch. Fool, be careful. Tyr, you were chosen by Odessa to rebuild this country. I can't let you get killed here or else Odessa will be furious when I see her again up there. Go, Tyr, and fulfill Odessa's dream. Hurry! I can't leave you here. I'll be alright. Victor and I will join you later. Stay alive, Flick. It's a bit too early to see Odessa again. Our union can wait until I become a better man. Love this scene. They just kind of know that, you know, their end is near. He's gone ahead. Now we can fight to our heart's content. Aw, you tough sons of bitches. Too bad I have to fight alongside you. And this just solidifies the fact that Victor and Flick are badasses. Oh yeah. Name my sword Odessa, I won't let you pass. Awesome. Very cool, guys. And not to spoil it, but when I first beat this game, you know, I thought, oh, they're dead. They sacrificed themselves in true heroic manner, but obviously they play an important role in Suikoden 2, and yeah, they survive. But they, as far as Suikoden 1 is considering, you know, they vanished after this. I don't know how Cleo got back so quickly, but yeah, you know, all the main characters are celebrating. Yay! And then yeah, Hicks and Tagar, they do some dumb stuff right there, and then Jen and Camdol do another stupid thing. Everyone's like, hey, it's finally over, yeah, woohoo! Well, you guys don't remember? Matthew's dying? Sad times. Everyone forgot about Matthew already. Oh, except Lucan. Which is good, because, you know, he's the doctor. Well, not the doctor, but, you know, he's a doctor. He's not traveling through time and space in a TARDIS or anything. Well, at least Matthew knows the war is over. And poor guy, he just wanted to live his life out, you know, in peace. Yeah, should have remained at the village fishing, or finishing my idle moments. Fishing. Pfft. A little dyslexic. And now Matthew has passed on, sadly enough. His legacy will almost haunt us in the future installments of Suikoden. So, Matthew is gone, but not forgotten. And with that, we'll go through a bit of a like, you know, what happens after the war to our 108 Stars of Destiny. So, you know, the translation's pretty bad, you'll see, but it's interesting that, you know, they thought of something that everyone could do, but, you know, a lot of them, they just disappear, they open their own shop, or they join the Empire, or not the Empire, but the New Republic. Yeah. And, you know, I feel like there is a bit of a issue with the consistency in this information. Some of them, they're dead on, you know, like Humphrey and Futch go off to, you know, they leave the Torn Republic. But I mean, like LaPont, he becomes king, basically, so, eh. But I mean, yeah, you see Cleo there. Cleo, you know, protecting Tio's mansion with Pawn. Griffith, of course, he begins a business. And Clive, by the time the war was over, he was gone. And then, like, Vargas, he does, like, he protects the border. You'll see him, but he won't have a portrait in Suikoden 2. Interesting stuff. But, you know, some of them just kind of silly. You could tell that they didn't really know what to do with the character, so they're just all like, yeah, he went into business for himself. Embark on a journey to improve his imperfect self. Yet he didn't. He was hanging out. Well, maybe he didn't and came back. But I guess this is a good time to talk about the game. I'm going to have plenty of time because we got this and then we got the credits, and that will take up another good 10 minutes or so. But yeah, I just wanted to comment on this game. It seems to me that no one was really enjoying this Let's Play, which kind of just made me sad because, you know, this is one of my more beloved RPGs, but I mean, it wasn't getting many comments or didn't seem to interest a whole lot of people. So I'm sorry that I brought you a boring game, or I don't know. Maybe I just got boring. I don't know. But you know, really the only people that I saw commenting, you know, once in a while were Old Man Stompy, Eurus, and I mean, really there wasn't too many people that were like actively watching this, at least from what I saw. That's fine. It's not your cup of tea. I get it. But yeah, I hope for what it's worth you did enjoy watching these videos. Yeah, actually, you know, a couple other shout outs. There was Jenny Fenny, Pond. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But you know, I just want to thank everyone for the support that I continually get. You know, this channel does grow slowly but surely, and I do appreciate the support that is given, as I am, you know, so much for the support of other Let's Players, and, you know, making sure that, you know, the lesser knowns are better known. So I do want to give another shout out to Sweet Metal Chick. Talked about her a little bit in Final Fantasy Tactics. I wanted to give her a further shout out because she is doing Let's Play of Suikoden 3. She's already done Suikoden 2, and I think she's also done Suikoden 1. I could be wrong. But yeah, she's playing Suikoden 3, which in my opinion is like the most boring Suikoden. I don't know why, it like puts me to sleep. But that's besides the point. She does pretty good Let's Play of that, and I don't really even know if I'll eventually do a Let's Play on Suikoden 3, but I'd say, you know, check that out if you want to play that game and see what that's all about. So, there's that. Now, as far as rating this game goes, see, for the graphics, I'm glad that they went with the artistic kind of anime look to it. You know, this was during a time where they were messing around with, you know, the 3D polygons, and, you know, you look at Final Fantasy VII that came out a little less than a year later, and whereas Final Fantasy VII is a great game, the graphics on it, in my opinion, they're very dated. You can tell that they were trying to use a you know, better technology, but really just gets dated over time. Whereas this, it's classic, it's timeless. It looks nice. The only time it doesn't really look nice is the one-on-ones, in my opinion. But to me, this looks like a really good, like, Super Nintendo RPG. And that's cool with me. I just wish it was a little bit lengthier, so I'd give the graphics, you know, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it is fantastic. Story, like I was about to say, you know, I wish this game was a little bit lengthier, but, you know, it just feels like they ran out of things to put in the game. Maybe running out of space. I don't really know, but, you know, with just playing it through, you could probably finish it within 20-25 hours or so, which is a pretty short RPG in my opinion. You know, some games I can easily put in, you know, 60 hours. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. It doesn't really have that much of a depth with magic and skills, things like that. It's very, you know, like, you go to this new area and fight this boss and then move on. But, please, I feel like I'm just rambling. The game, there isn't much room for side quests because the whole focus is recruitment. But, you know, you compare it to, like, Final Fantasy VI, where you have all these little side quests, you have this arena that you can go to, you know, things like that. Whereas this, it's like, you can't really grind the levels, which is nice, because, you know, you just go to a new area, you get to the right level you need to, and then you move on. But, you know, there isn't much of a feeling of, like, you know, these are your enemies, you need to stop these people. You know, you get Necklord, which is a great one on that, feeling like you absolutely have to stop this person. And, I mean, I guess the Emperor and Wendy. But I just feel like, you know, maybe to make Wendy more of a interesting villain, you know, have her meddle in more often than how she was. She just kind of shows up near the end more often and starts messing with you. But, you know, you have Uber, who seems like an interesting villain, and, you know, he shows up in Suikoden 3, and he's also in Suikoden 2. But, you know, I feel like you don't see him enough. I feel like they could have focused more on him, given him kind of a bigger part. But, you know, from what this series feels like to me, they're like pieces of a puzzle. So Suikoden 1 is just one piece of this puzzle. And, you know, once you play all the Suikodens and get an idea, you'll see how they're all kind of connected and intertwined, and how they make the big picture. At least that's the sense that I get out of it. But, yeah, I would say for the storyline, I'd also give it an 8 out of 10. It's not perfect, and like I said, I wish it was a little bit lengthier. But for what it is, I really did like it. Music, I put it up there. I'd say probably 9 out of 10. You know, there are a lot of memorable tunes to me. Especially, you know, you'll find yourself like running around the castle, so you hear the same tune over and over, and then the fight music is good, and I don't know, it's simple yet good. So overall, I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's not perfect. Suikoden 2 is, you know, a better overall game. Not gonna lie. I am Jung-chan. Sorry. You know, Suikoden 2 is a better version of Suikoden 1, but that doesn't mean that this isn't a bad game. Wait, yeah, that doesn't mean that this is a bad game. Jeez, I felt like I was saying a double negative there. But anyway, there's that. And if you stayed till the end of the credits, good for you, because depending on if you get all 108 characters, you know, changes a little bit of the ending. Basically, the, you know, Tyr will either go on an adventure on his own, or he'll go with Gremio. In this case, he'll go with Gremio, because Gremio's alive, and that's his faithful companion. And then they journey on to a new adventure, which will be Suikoden 2. Well, they're secret characters, and very good secret characters at that. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for the support once again. Thank you for watching. Of course, please rate, comment, appreciate, and we'll be moving on to our next Let's Play after we finish. Well, no, we'll just move on. Our next RPG, or next Let's Play, rather, is going to be Final Fantasy X, and I hope you like it. Until then, once again, thank you so much. Take care. Bye.